Like I told you, today is election day, and I see a lot of action around here. So I see the action and a little bit of chaos right here. I think the election is already taking place. I think the only election that was left to Uganda is low level ones. Now, it's a bit full there, and I don't know. Right, this is roughly the last day of elections in Uganda, and these I think the lowest levels of elected offices, the local council, 3 male and female, and as usual, yeah, where there is activity, crowds shall always be. Now, the real action is on this side. That's where the voting is actually happening, and I think you can see that. I think some people are observing, standing at a distance. I suppose they already voted, and more are still crowding the station. So, interesting. And this is the action. So I do not know whether I could provide commentary for what's happening now. Polling agencies. Where's the policeman running to? He's calling this gentleman. What do they have to share? And oh, the speed at which he was collected. All right. And where are they taking him? I don't know. He seemed rather calm to me. Do they have to explain something to him? And the men in the khaki are actually policemen. And I see a soldier, the one in green, the checkered thing. Why is he saluting the man in police uniform? Is this the idea that the army is guised in police outfit? It's rare that a soldier salutes a policeman. In fact, they look down on them, as history has shown with their confrontation and altercation. I think the general perception is that policemen do not go through as extreme a training as soldiers would, and as such, there's just no respect for them. Very strange, very strange. So that is actually a soldier. I am deeply convinced. So what are they concluding right here? And it's a crowd of humans and also people walking around. And yeah, these elections are very great. I think the gentleman right there is the son of one of the ladies that is in this competition. The one with the yellow posters right there, on whom someone has chosen to stand. I don't know whether standing by her or standing against her. Very interesting. a motorcycle, supposed to bring more voters who may not be able to find the polling stations. And Uganda is actually a beautiful country, and I see some beauties right here. I do not know, they caught my attention, and yeah, beauty right there. So it's a delight, and police is actually generally maintaining calm. Now this is a gentleman who was being saluted. He's in police uniform, and he was being saluted by, let me see, where is he? Where does he hide? Where has he gone? I don't seem to trace the saluter. Only see the salutee. Is the police asking people to go away? Okay, now I have a chance to look at the beauty by myself alone. The saluter is there. That was the saluter. I hear instructions that motorcycles should be taken away. So it looks like they're clearing the perimeter. I don't know why guns are supposed to be carried upside down. Is it in case a trigger is pulled by mistake? The soil should suffer as opposed to flesh and blood. And yeah, that's the loudest conversation. And motorcycles. I can even hear the policeman saying there are many. Now, as beauty goes, I still see another here. People are getting to know others even on the voting day. I wonder what the negotiation here is. Hi, I think we vote the same candidate, right? Wow, how did you choose her or him? No. Okay, I think we have a lot in common. And another piece of conversation is there ongoing. This is a crowd of gentlemen. They are now all of a sudden mute, very mute. But these guys are still conferring with each other. Who takes who? Election observer. The observer is just enjoying himself. I think the presence of the car kind of signifies the presence of seriousness. I don't know whether we should give the person attention. Probably is a first class voter. That much I probably don't know. I'm just postulating. Okay. One tried to fire their shot. Oh, this is the same camp. Hello, how are you? You're tall, lovely, very lovely. Okay. And the lady standing has been standing for a very long time. I wonder why she's standing all the way. Is this the kind of weight she has to be subjected to? I think that's where they're ticking from, or picking the ballot papers. Let me see how long it is taking. And okay, I don't see movement. Okay, what's the conversation happening right here? I think the policemen seem to be more friendly to the yellows. That's just me. I hope. Okay. Is this a lady from Decca talking of beauty? Okay. All right. People are sharing numbers. This one is being called the OC. OC means the head of a police station in Uganda, in case you're wondering. And ladies and gentlemen, the lady who is still standing is still standing. Hasn't left that standing position. Is she a soldier? What is she waiting for? Is she an observer? I mean, I don't know. But then at the table, I see someone is no longer there, so probably they were given a ballot and went on to cast it. Oh, wait to Baba, Tim, wait to Baba, to Pauline. Oh, what kind of outfit is that? Motorcycles were asked to be taken away from there. That man still goes in. So I think policemen just make statements that don't make sense. Now the other motorcycle has been allowed to enter yet another. But it's just and the crowd has gone. The crowd has dispersed. The crowd has dispersed. Except for this few, whatever they are talking about, only God knows. Only God knows. The excitement has died down. And our lady, right there in the distance, to Duka. Whom do I focus on? Let me focus on that. We saw her a bit in the car. I think it helps to have a figure and get some looks. But let's come back to this one. So yeah. Wow, the place has now become very desolate. The crowd, I think it can get pretty boring. Beautiful. And they disperse. Okay. My water has been delivered, I suppose. Or this person is just a normal commuter from these areas. And is our lady still standing? Yep, she seems to have sat. I guess there's a panel of observers protecting the votes of their agents. Lovely trees, very green country, Uganda, and lovely people generally. And yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. And this is Africa Hall. In case you're wondering, we are inside Makerere University, the premier institution in Africa. And I see movement. Is this person already done voting? Is this one coming to vote? I'm not sure. Where is she going? Nice bag. Nice bag. Nice bag. Nice bag. Nice bag. Voters, where are you? Voters, where are you? But yep, so thanks for being with me. And all of a sudden, the place is dry. The place is dry. In case you're wondering, it's just 1 minute to midday. See someone coming, is he a voter or just a bypasser? Probably bypasser. thought the policeman was going to say something. Huh, interesting choice of a seat. So this is an agent of one of the candidates, I suppose, by virtue of her name card. And I think let me end this here, otherwise I see the action has weathered down. And a voter in a car, already done. And what is he trying to say? Okay, probably not much. Probably not much. Probably not much. See you. I'm out of commentary. Huh. Yep. Best way to end this. I believe the voting is done, and they've entered into a session where they now count the votes to give you a glimpse of what's happening. Here they are under the tree. Protecting the votes. Suppose observers and agents for the individual candidates. Yep. The lady in yellow decided to go literal. Her candidate belongs to the ruling party whose colors are yellow. So she's seated on a yellow campaign poster. And I don't know, I see mostly women. What's the whole point? I know the yellow candidate was a woman. And now we look into hard noises, and it looks like people are now counting the votes. I could hear screams. Now they are quiet. Oh, the lady in green who was standing is actually an agent, it looks. When I started recording, I hear the man stop screaming. He's been earlier on screaming. I could hear him from afar. Now that I'm interested in recording, he seems to conveniently have stopped shouting. Were the voters that few? Is he done counting? He's actually still counting. I think if you try to listen carefully, you can hear some screams. I think you can see the sheet of paper right behind the tree moving up and down. So that's him showing what he's reading out loud. All right, let's see. All right, welcome back to Kampala, Uganda. And looks like voting is done, and I see a crowd right here. So this is how the polling station would be like. But I'm just walking for supper, and I think the voting is done anyway. So interesting. This is how a polling station works. Thank you. Jeva, ani awangudde.
Kazungu and Udaya, you know them? You know Sentong?
Eh.
He has been fighting.
So anyway, it looks like the incumbents are the ones who have won. Basically, the NRM has done a great job, and yeah, that's one of the polling stations. And I see someone I know. Wanji, I'm okay. You're grounding.
Yeah.
It's nicer when you're in the village. The wet soil. Muba mukulonda. You get tired at some point. And you're like, so now what we are in, we are like, no, kagenda alieko. I think yesterday, but one. Mwalonze mutya. Alright, so I am heading to kind of get supper, and that is the atmosphere around here. Uganda has just finished the voting, and yeah, the NRM has reached here. So let me actually proceed out, and yeah, looks like the NRM has been winning inside makerere. How they've done it, I don't quite get, but all right, let's proceed. Oh, looks like there was another polling center right here. Interesting. This looks like a very small area to have this many polling centers. Why so? I don't know. The ribbon is covering quite a long area. Is it because the only points to tie happen to have been here? But let's proceed. I think in the distance you can see the action, but we just proceed. Actually, I think I count 3, so let me just move up and show you the third one and see what it looked like. I wonder whether this is proper use of public fund, but again, who am I to say? I suppose money has to, in one way or another, be distributed down to the masses. And as such, yeah, this is the gentleman over standing. There's the civilian. Did this lady win? I don't know. But I wonder what constituency is this way. Anyway, let us actually take a walk through the university. Probably wandering around and hoping to see how the polling centers did. There's actually this one right here, and it seems to still have people. So, it had posters all over this wall. I only hope that they won. And we're protecting the votes right there in the distance. Now I have to see what's actually happening around here. And yeah. So
see a lot of posters and flyers, but I'm just navigating. So anyway, I think being Monday the 27th and having concluded all manner of national elections, I think it's only right that the university will get back to normal. I don't think I've come this far before with you guys, but this is Africa Hall. In the past they used to vote from inside the hall, but it looks like now they don't. And let me just proceed from here and continue to go and look for supper. I was just rotating, trying to count the polling stations that we have in roughly, I think, about 10 acres of land. It's kind of hard to believe what's happening, but then there's no actually knowing. It's actually a great evening, and it's a calm place. It's a calm place generally. So in case you're wondering what's happening, I'm just taking an evening walk. I figured maybe I could take the evening and walk with you guys and just show you the atmosphere here after the campaigns and voting. Hope that will help any of us, and thank you for being with me. So let me just walk, and interesting. So we are going to slope down simply to see what's happening, and it's actually a good time to leave. It's a 7 p.m. evening, meaning that the sun is setting down or has set down on Kampala, and dusk is arriving. And in such a moment, my cameras start failing me. But yes, that was me simply roaming around and seeing things around here. And, yesterday was Monday. Okay, today is Tuesday. And so, let's walk. And people playing football. If it was a complete match, probably I would have stood and recorded it for you. But yeah, life is, I suppose, getting to normalize as I also proceed to hunt for supper. And just like that, I'm going to exit through the small gate, and I think you've seen here a lot. Rubbish so far. Fire. As if rubbish doesn't catch fire. Anyway, let's go. And voila, where the people hopping becomes very concentrated. Government has surely employed a lot of people. So many